Yo, yo, what's good? Getting my little bike ride on. Waiting on Baboo to come up in here. Baboo, when you get in, when you get in here, when you see the link, go ahead and hit that link. What's good, folks? What's up, Lulu? Crazy Chaos. What's crack-a-lacking? Wait a minute. Wait. Wait a minute. I gotta do it. Y'all. I gotta do it. What's up, old head? Trying to get Baboo up in here, man. I think he's in the wrong. He's in the wrong stream. You know, I set it up. So this really is a good way to, you know, work on your endurance. You know what I'm saying? Shout out back to the trash can. Hey, but yo, don't sleep on this, right? Get the endurance up. I'm all about endurance. All right, I'm gonna text Baboo real quick. You'll probably see a black screen for a second. Hold on. Yo. So I just had to tell him, what up? You know what it is? You know what I'm saying? Definitely want to hop on when Baboo comes in. Yeah. He won't have no problem. Like I said, this is going to be an interactive stream where you guys, because you know we want to get his channel going, and so we're going to value some input from people. You know what I'm saying? Interactive. But I have a good idea for the name of his channel, and it's actually the title of this stream. To sit down with Baboo. We're gonna try to make some good things happen. Woo, up to 250 watts on the bike. So what's good, y'all? Can y'all hear me? Is my sound coming in good? Can you hear the weed whacker in the back? You know, biking is one of the best ways to get your cardio in. It's low impact. You know, for us old guys, for us old veterans with busted up knees. You know what I'm saying? Turn that fist over. So what y'all got going on? How's y'all Saturday? We whacked it loud and clear. Better than the smoke detector, right? And that's why I wanted to do it outside. Let me see what's going on with Baboo, man. Give him a minute. But what do y'all think, man? You like the name? The Sit Down with Baboo? You know, gonna try to help him start a channel, grow his channel. You know, do something positive for his movement. Man, yeah, I'll put a battery in there. Oh yeah, there's a battery in there, all right. So what y'all think about that? The Sit Down with Baboo. Of course, he's gonna have the ultimate say, but you know, he asked for my help. He got his website back up and running. Hold on, he's texting me right now. Hold on. Michael Swanson was good. Pick up some speed. Get a little sprint. My cardio is good, y'all. Just so y'all know. I will be going rucking live in tomorrow. Oh, hold on. Yo, what's good, brother? I can't hear you. You gotta hit the mute button. Hit the mute.
All right, what's good, man?
What's good, fam? You gotta hit the mute button. Huh?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, brother.
All right, what's good, man?
What's good, fam? What's crack-a-lacking? Uh-oh. Y'all give him he's been down for a long time. He's still figuring this thing out. Gusto was good. Lawrence Ritno was good. Like I said, guys, I'll still be going rucking live tomorrow with my 70-pound pack. Y'all know where I do it at. I do it at the Culver City Overlook. You know what I'm saying? So any of you, mouse supporters that like to jump bad in my comment section, I ain't hiding. Never did hide. Y'all know where that is. You know what I'm saying? But just know if you want to put the gloves on, we can put the gloves on. But if you try to attack me when I ain't awares, California law being what it is, I don't care. I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. That's all I got to say. Hold on. Let me get him back in here.
All right. Am I in here now?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. You can hear me?
Yep.
That's what I'm talking about, man. How you doing, brother?
What's crack-a-lacking?
Man, all is well, man. It's a nice, warm, hot day out here today.
Yep. And I'm
trying to stay hydrated.
Yep.
I need to do what you're doing, man. I didn't hit that gym today.
Man, I'm on the bike right now, about to get in.
That's right, man. So talk to me.
So yeah, man. So we know why you're here. I let the audience know a little bit about what you got going on, about what you want to do. You wanna get your channel going.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. And I appreciate your assistance and your counsel, on guiding me in that direction.
No problem, man. It's all good. So we basically we want to talk to you about what kind of things you want to cover in your channel, and try to help you maybe come up with a name for it. I have a name if you want to hear it. I'll give everybody the opportunity.
Right.
Get a name to you.
Definitely let them pick, man. I'm with that.
It's the same name as the title of this live stream.
Oh, okay.
The sit down with Baboo.
Man, that man, that's real generous, man.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I will definitely be able to, give something of value, to the community, man.
Yeah. And that's why we're here supporting you, brother. So, and also have somebody that would like to hop on at some point to have, to converse with you a little bit.
I'm with it all the time. It's all good. Well, it's all good.
That's what's up. So what do you think? What do we have in store for your channel? What do you think you want to cover?
Man, I've actually been, over the last couple of days, man, I've been giving that some great consideration, and, definitely some of the things that have been plaguing our communities. One of the things I'm not a banker, so I can't tell you what bankers do. I'm not a mechanic, so I don't know how to work on cars. But one of the things that I was engaged in for the vast majority of my life was involved in gangs.
Right.
So, I can definitely bring some awareness to that. Some of the things that, I'm working on to try to, let the youth know that, there are alternatives that they can choose versus, thinking that they, gang is the only choice that they have. So, so definitely, so much, and that's a wide topic, man, in and of itself.
Absolutely. So, do you think you would want to talk to other gang members, other OGs, and maybe some youngsters? You think that would be something that you could do?
Sure. I've reached out, man. I think I spoke to you before with Skip Townsend, and me and him worked together. He brought some guys to the table. We were, one of the things that when I talk to other or former gang members, I'm very particular about the verbiage that I use.
Right.
And so I never say things like peace treaty. I never say things like, that's going, because when I say things like peace treaty and things like that to another person, it kind of takes something away from them, and I want to make sure that, anytime we talk, we're going to get something up out of it. And so I use the terminology, I say an understanding. So if I talk to anybody from a like that were rivals with the hood that I grew up from, then I always say, let's talk about it. Let's try to get an understanding.
Right.
And that everybody's input is valuable, and, they got something to contribute. And at that point, we just see how it go from there.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it, man. You got to meet people where they're at. Got to meet people where they're comfortable.
Right.
To get them to open up. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because I mean, man, it's like, not taking anything away from anybody, but it's like, sometimes we have to approach grown men like babies. Sometimes we have to give them milk before they can eat the steak and eggs.
Right.
So, we have to come back all the way from the very beginning and hey, let's drink the milk. And then as time progresses, then we can eat the steak and eggs. We can sit down.
That's a good way to look at it, man. That's a good analogy. So what So you spend a lot of time in prison, man.
I did.
You know, you spend
I did.
time in prison, and I just want to know, like, what did you learn in prison that turned you around? Like, was it a gradual process? Did you have like a eureka moment? Was it an epiphany? What made you?
You know what, man? You know what? I had to be honest with myself as well. And I didn't actually realize how much trauma I had had in my childhood. And, sometimes the trauma, it could be buried under so much, static in our mind that it's hard for us to realize it. And so I was actually, man, an old Folsom. And if you ever, hopefully you'll never have to experience that, but they had some of the cruddiest stuff on the windows. And so we ever rarely got light to pierce through, all that garbage on the, whether that was from the garbage from the people throwing trash or food, or, just from years of them not just cleaning it up. But
Right.
there was a light, man, that happened to penetrate. And it just went right into the cell that I was in at that time. And I'm following the light and I'm looking, I'm like, what the hell is this? And, it was at that moment, man, that I had to really just take a deep introspective look into my life and see what it was that was causing me to make the choices that I did. And I figured at that time, man, I had to when I was like in the second, third grade, I was getting bullied. That's one of the reasons that drove me to the gang lifestyle, is that, I didn't have anybody, big brothers, or, that could help me out and teach me the rules of the street. And so, I held that deep inside, and, I was, in a sense, victimizing myself. And I used that to, form a hard shell around myself. And, and I just became a more antisocial person. And as a result of that, I just acted out violence against people. So I actually forgave myself for that. And then it was in that moment when I forgave myself for all of those things and the people, incidentally, who had done that. Then I started to gradually change my life and wanted to reach out to the kids and, just leave all that negative stuff alone.
Right. And so does that negativity still reach you sometimes, like out in the streets, like when you're doing what you want to do?
Man, it's always people out there, man, who want to try you. They want to see if, if I can go back into the olden days, but, I can't let what other people do, dictate my present or my future. My past was my past. I remember Malcolm X said, he said something to the effect that, you're not going to judge me by, by your standards. So I can't, I can't be affected by people's judgment about how I live my lifestyle, how my life had turned out, because I'm in a pretty good place right now. But
good. So what do you think about interacting with members from other gangs or even rival gangs? What do you think about that?
Excuse me.
What do you think about that? Interacting on your channel with other members from other gangs or something like that. I know you said you sat down with Skip. Skip is from Inglewood family.
Right. No, he's actually from 20s, I believe.
Skip is from 20s?
Yeah, I believe Skip is from 20s.
Oh,
I could be mistaken.
No, I think Skip is from Inglewood family.
Okay.
I'm not really sure, but but you did say you sat down and you had lunch with my cousin.
Yes.
GB.
Yes, I did.
Wasn't like rah, right? You guys were able to have a conversation a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, he's a little younger than I am, and when I gave him his props, because he reminded me of myself, man, when I was young. Right. And I looked at him and I said, I see why these guys want to get you. You know what I'm saying? Because he had that type of aura about himself. But he was actually a very pleasant, young man to sit down and commune with at that time. And we walked away, man. We shook hands. We had a nice dinner. We laughed, nice lunch, excuse me. And we laughed, man. When we talked about some things. And again, and the topic of that was an understanding. Can we come to an understanding?
Okay. So do you think you could do more of that on your channel?
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Yeah.
I think that would be good, man, to show people can come together and have conversations. You know, even if, especially if they can get the youngsters to have these conversations, because those are the ones that are harder to reach. And those are the ones that, you know, these organizations tend to give up on because they think that they're too far gone or too deep into it. And that's kind of when they get abandoned.
Right.
But I got a question right here from somebody.
Sure.
Snitch Aaron Skinner. What's up with that name, man? Anyway.
Okay, dude.
It's a long story on that one. Back to you. It'll take too long to explain it. So it says, do gangs handle business like men in brute force and safety in numbers, or do they exploit and sell personal info on people that may cause harm to people, potentially the children? What?
You know, I think the latter part of that, I'm not, you know, I mean, or do they exploit and sell personal info on people that may cause harm to people?
I think he might be trolling a little bit because,
yeah,
you know, ever since we exposed that one guy.
Right. And we won't say no names.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say no name in this one. I ain't gonna say his name.
That's right.
Ever since we exposed that dude, you know, we had people like this. Because Aaron is one of the guys that is exposing him.
Right.
So a lot of people are coming after him in YouTube fashion, which is kind of, you know.
Well, I don't know if I should dignify that, but what I will say is that I don't think that any gang member handles any type of business like a man, because men should be able to sit down at the table. You know, they should be able to forgive each other and not look at each other like we're enemies, because we didn't create that falsehood in our minds, but you know, we carry it and we pass along the torch. So that's one of the things that we have to realize. So men gonna always recognize men, so they'll find a way to absolutely get to the root of the problem.
Man, I'm glad you said that, because you know, as a gang member yourself, the fact that you could tell that truth, you know, about how, you know, gang members aren't like really men.
No.
You know, to a degree. That's real good that you can explain that like that. Because, you know, some guys, they'll want to sugarcoat it, you know, to kind of stay in the good graces of their gang. But I know you ain't got to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? So being real, yeah, that's the way to go. So, so what else do you have in mind? Like, what else can we expect?
Oh, okay. Well, and you know, I kind of, you know, just gave a glimpse into it, and you know, and just to dispel this thing that we're enemies, man. And I kid you, man. I kid you not, man. I used to, when I was on the streets, when I was young, I'd be walking down the street and I would see a guy, and he may dress the same way that I did, and you know, in that kind of dress code that we wore when we were kids. And you know, the first thing that I would see, you know, I would hit him up. I was like, hey man, what's that is? And so instantly it was, but how we have to, you know, learn how to not look at each other like enemies. You know, like I have something, you know, like I have something against you. Like I'm jealous about what you have because I don't have it. You know, the kind of car that you drive, the pretty woman that you might have. And I think once we begin to work with these youth, and even the older guys too, man, you know, you'll find a lot of those negative characteristics in their mindset as well. So, you know,
that young,
some of the things we have to focus on.
Yeah. Okay, that's dope, man. So what help do you want from me? Like, how can I help you achieve this goal?
You know, definitely the format. You know, I mean, it's just, getting started, man. And and again, you touched on that. I have everything going again. So I guess it's just about, hey, when can we start? But before I
You
do,
break
I want to make
it.
sure we got some material that we can definitely work with.
Ooh,
Yes. Can you hear
you're
me?
breaking up a little bit.
Oh, can you hear me? I don't know what that is. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you better now. Yeah,
Yeah, that's Spectrum,
yeah,
man. I think that's my Spectrum over here. I don't know why
yeah.
it's
I got
going.
that too, man.
Yeah.
Maybe on that. I'm using my Wi-Fi right now.
Huh?
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Okay, we have a from AZ Russian. He says, tapped in. I'm driving, so I won't be able to comment. Hey, everyone. Hope everyone is having a good day. Much love to TDOA.
Thank you, my brother. All
Much
right.
love to you.
Much love all the time. Much love all the time. Yeah. So I
Damn.
mean, it's
Yeah, you
so
break it, man.
man, I don't know what
You might have to.
go out, come back in.
So,
See,
can you hear me?
you want me to go out and come back in? Why is this telling me to?
No, you good now.
Okay. Okay.
It's probably gonna be a little shaky.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes what I find is best to do is like to turn off the Wi-Fi
Oh,
and use the data from the provider,
okay.
because
I think.
sometimes that Wi-Fi be tripping.
Okay, let me see. I don't know. Sometimes when you got a positive message, going out, man, it's it be interferences on all levels. 'Cause we got some positive stuff we're trying to get out to people, man.
It's messing up on my side too.
Okay, y'all remember when?
I can't even post comments up here.
Oh, do black people need a mob?
Shit, I hate that, man.
Nah. Black people, they don't.
That's not just you, Baboo, man. It's my connection is a little weak right now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Damn it.
I can hear you. Okay. Well, here I can't see any. Oh, okay. There it is, right there.
There we go.
Okay.
You back?
I'm back.
Yeah, that's better.
Oh, you sound a lot better, and it's no, I don't see that.
Okay, it says oh, I got a question. Go ahead, Deuce. Yeah, for you, do black people need a mom?
I don't think, no. Black people don't need a mob, man. And I mean, when you have a mob, you're gonna always have disorder and chaos, and you just need people with level heads that can sit down there and communicate with each other. You don't need a mob, and I think that's where when you look at it, gangs are a mob, and you see what happens in that, and I don't believe that at all.
So I mean, we know what's up with the government, right?
Right.
We know that they have constructed the school to prison pipeline. We know that they profit from the prison industrial complex,
Mm-hmm.
and we know they're tyrants.
Right.
We know they don't have our best interest at heart.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe? Because this is what I believe. I believe that gang members are the warriors of our community. They're just misguided, right?
Okay.
Because in every society, you have a warrior class, like going back way back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to Africa, going back to the native tribes, they all had a warrior class,
Mm-hmm.
and they all knew what to do with that warrior class. But right now, you know what I'm saying? We've been so subjugated and whittled down that it's easy for us to create gangs to war with somebody,
Mm-hmm.
because there's always that need for that for those soldiers to protect the community, you know, like the Black Panthers were doing,
Mm-hmm.
and the gladiators and all that. What do you think about that?
You know, man, I was reflecting on something, man, and I want to say maybe back in the mid to late 1800s, when you kind of get a glimpse on where gangs really like started to come from. And I think it was like some peasantry people, white people. They were being distorted. You know, they were, you know, just all manner of ungodliness was being perpetuated against them, and so they started their little gang to protect themselves. And you know, then you know, as you know,
Right.
time progressed, you see that other type of gangs, whether that was with the you know the mafia or whatever it was, and you know, and then slowly down the line, you know, you got the Black Panthers, you got the you know the Crips and the Bloods. So you know the theory of gangs has been around, you know, to it what can conceivably to protect society in a sense. But then when it turns on its heels and it's used for more destructive means, then you know it's something totally different now. And can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, good. Yeah, I mean, it's just a lot of misguided youth,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of misguided warriors. Some of them join the military.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them become cops.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them become gang members.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a need for that warrior class to exist.
Yeah.
And right now, the class is
right.
It's a misguided missile. That's what I feel.
Yeah.
But do you think that we can turn that around? Do you think we can turn it into something positive? You know what I'm saying? Kind of like how the Cribs became the Crips. Can we turn it back around?
You know, man, this been years in the making. You know, it's seeped into the bone marrow of the people, you know, to have conflict and to, you know, to look at each other and to not want to trust, you know, and that's just something that's been taught, you know, been in, you know, just placed in our head and is stamped in, and it's been told to us over and over and over again to we begin to accept this as a way of life. And these, you know, it's like when you eat something, just say you eat something that your body doesn't agree with, you regurgitate it. And so out of all the information and the way that we've been taught, you know, the way that we've been taught, whether that was through the educational system or whatever it is, you know, this is how we're throwing that back out. You know, we're committing atrocities against ourselves. We're committing mayhem, murder against ourselves. And a lot of us seem to be okay with that, you know, but I don't blame, you know, I saw something in there. I don't blame anybody, man. I don't blame white people. You know, blacks, if you go back and check our histories, we were on top for many thousands, hundreds of years. And so, you know, so I don't blame anybody, you know, but what we do have, we have the opportunity now to sit up here and do things differently. You know, we can do that. So I don't ever blame anybody for what we did, where we at right now. And it's not a cop out.
Oh no, definitely not a cop out. So we have a great comment right here. Mm-hmm. Everybody with a bigger platform needs you on there to expose. Who's he talking about? I guess he's talking about you. I don't know if you have the atlas for the frauds, Baboo, but I do that bigger platforms need to, because I'm not that big, man. I only have 1.64 thousand subscribers,
and hopefully you know that will grow. Yeah,
and Baboo, I don't know if you know about this, man, but my channel has been shadow banned for a long time because I talk about subjects that You know, I cover things that they say is too controversial and harmful to viewers.
Oh wow.
And to prove that to people, I tried to get monetized, so that because I knew it wasn't going to happen. Get monetized, you have to apply for it, and they look at your channel and see what's going on.
Oh,
but I knew it wasn't going to happen. I just wanted to show people, like, look what they're saying about my channel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I my growth on this channel is not going to be very rocket ship. You know what I mean? So if anybody's watching this somehow, I mean, reach out to me, reach out to Baboo, and we'll get you on this platform, get Baboo on your platform to kind of like speak his truth and give his testimony, you know, and all the other stuff. That'll be great for that.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, and I'm pretty sure once you get your channel going, you know, just keep it on the positive.
Right.
Keep it on the positive note, because you don't want to do it right. If you want to make a separate channel for conspiracy theories, which is what they call me, then you can do that on the separate channel. Yeah.
Well, you know, man, with you, I believe in the truth. You know what I'm saying? I believe in the truth. And, you know, people, I've walked the shoes that I've walked in, I wouldn't want nobody to walk in them. I remember a lot of people always, you know, ask me, they were like, man, how did you do so much time? You know, they would be like, man, I couldn't do it. And I was like, well, I had a choice, and I chose not to go out backwards. You know, I chose to see what the end game would be like for me. So the only way to win a race is to stay in it. And so I stayed in the race, and I was, you know, through my own efforts and you know, through some other things, I was some positive things, I was let out. And so I'm here.
Good, man. We got another comment. I know he doesn't promote banging anymore, but truthfully, how does he feel toward the new era of G's? IMO, they wouldn't be able to hang with the old school. I don't even know what IMO means.
I don't know what that means. I don't know.
I'm not up on all these little.
Yeah.
What does IMO mean, guys? Can y'all tell me? I don't even know what that means. They wouldn't be able to hang. But basically, what he's asking is, what do you think about the new era of gangsters? Basically, do you think they would hold up against the old era? Let's say, let's make it this way. Take away their guns, because I know you guys didn't have as many guns they got now.
No, we did, man. We was like, hey, hey, man. And again, I'm not promoting anything, but hey, man, we would go to different neighborhoods, and we'd be like, hey, man, let's do this. We literally used to go to different neighborhoods and see who was the best fighters. And right now, you know, if you know, it's about who draws his weapon first. And so the mentality is a lot different. And you know, and when you think about it, man, we didn't have social media, you know, so we didn't broadcast a lot of the things that we did. And so while this new era of people, you know, they want to sit out there, you know, they seek a different kind of glory than we didn't seek. I mean, I can really speak for myself. I wasn't a glory seeker. You know, I didn't care about the next person. The only thing, if you was a gangbanger when I was coming up, I just wanted to see if you could fight better than me. If you could, then I was just gonna go back to the table. I was gonna sharpen my skills back up, and I'm gonna fight you until I win. Put it like that. I wanted to make people not want to fight me anymore, and that, you know, had nothing to do with guns.
Definitely not the way anymore, man. You beat somebody ass, they'll go to their trunk. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, they not even gonna wait for that. As soon as you even talk about that, they'll be like, you know, go for the gun. But you know, and again, man, that just, you know, it brings me to, you know, let's come into this with sobriety. And when I say sobriety, I don't mean, you know, just like refraining from drinking. I mean to have a sober mind, man. When we communicate, when we talking to each other, why does it always have to, you know, even get to the point where we even talk about doing some harm to each other? That's, you know, how can we promote health and well-being for everybody? You know, and that's where I'm at.
Right.
And I'm not
So
promoting
we
this.
got another comment. Oh yeah, no. I mean, I'll promote fighting
Mm-hmm.
to settle your differences if
Okay.
if having a conversation,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
If first, let's have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about our differences.
Right.
Why do you feel like I hurt you?
Yeah.
Why do I feel like you hurt me?
Mm-hmm.
And then if we can resolve it that way, let's do it.
Right.
But if we can't, nothing wrong with throwing some gloves on.
Uh-huh.
Throw some gloves. You ain't got to do it with the fist,
Right.
bare fist. Let's throw gloves on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this guy says easier to shoot someone. OG Bigfoot says it's easier to shoot someone than it is to take an ass whooping and get better and try again. Absolutely. With you 100% on that.
Right. Yeah. And yeah, it is he, you know what, man, it is easier to shoot somebody. And it's to me, I just think it's a coward's way. I think it's a coward's way out. But when you have a nation who thrives on killing and murdering people, I mean, those are the type of examples that we have. You know, when a president of the United States, and I'm not trying to be controversial, can go over there and just, uproot some people because he don't like what they believe in. Come on, man. These are just some of the examples that we have. So when we start to do it on our soil, then now it's a problem. We should have better examples.
Absolutely should have better examples. No soda. You already had a pastry. No. Have some more salad. All right. Robert asked, how much time did you do? What was the charges?
I did 28 years and 2 months. I went in for taking somebody's life.
Wow. Well, there you have. That was the answer. Let me see. So, yeah, I mean, does anybody have any more questions? Anybody want to come up here and talk to Baboo? You know what I'm saying? Have a conversation with him. Maybe give him some ideas for his channel. What would you guys like to see him?
Yeah.
Huh?
I was gonna just touch on this. I was just gonna touch on the question that Robert had asked, and I'm just adding to it. I remember I was in prison, man, and somebody asked me. I was about 20 years old. And they were like, "Hey, man, how much time did the courts give you?" I was like, "The courts didn't give me any time." And they was like, "Well, why are you here?" I said, "Because the crime that I committed carried a certain time. So I went out there and I earned the time that I had." And that's what I had began to, my road to having a clear thought. It was slow. It was, it matured over time. Nothing came easy, but I just began to just think differently, and just like, when I got a black eye, if I lost, I earned that. I just began to accept responsibilities for all of my actions, man. And it was about accountability. So I did the crime. I remember that thing, Beretta. You remember Beretta? Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. So breaking up again.
You breaking up again, bro?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Oh, let me see.
I had to turn the resistance up on my bike, man.
That's right. That's right. Now. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna probably hit that.
Breaking up a little bit.
But yeah, man, we
huh?
But yeah, man, it was and I'm not, I definitely just wanted to do things differently, man. So, that was back then when I was 17 years old that I caught that case, brother. That's the Robert. I was 17 when I went to jail, my man. And I'll be 54 in August.
Did you guys catch me?
And it's kind of going out still. You hear me? Can you hear me?
Breaking up again, Baboo.
Oh man, I don't know. My Wi-Fi is off too. I don't know what this is.
Yeah, but you're like,
I don't know. What is this?
All right, there you go. Wait, no, you froze.
Oh,
you might want to Do me a favor, Baboo. Back out and come back in.
Okay.
Back out and come back in. That might be better. All right. So, guys, if you want to come up here and talk to Baboo, let's keep it about Baboo and his mission, and you know what he wants to do with his channel and all that good stuff. I believe in free speech, you know, but I mean, say what you want, but let's show him some respect and see what he talking about. So let me see who's in here. All right.
Okay, cool. You
There.
got it?
All right.
What's going on,
Real Life
brothers?
No Gimmicks in the house.
How you doing, my man?
What's up?
I'm doing good, brother. Hey, man, first and foremost, Baboo, man, I want to show you mad respect. Much love from Arizona, dog. I like what you do. I like how you keep yourself, you're articulate, everything that you've been through, brother, the way that you come out. I got to show you nothing but mad respect, bro. And I like what you're doing.
Humbly, man. I appreciate that, my man. Thank you.
Absolutely. And you know what, man, as far as your channel goes and everything, I just wanted to come up here and show you some love, brother, because I like the way you carry yourself after doing all that time, being through what you've been through, to come out and like want to help the community and the way you handle yourself, brother. It's mad respect on this end. And I had mentioned this before, and I'm in Arizona. I know you're in LA. I know you're trying to do stuff around your community. Me, myself, personally, I grew up in a Mexican neighborhood out here in Tucson, and the neighborhood that I grew up in, it's not hella active anymore. You know, it's a more of a community now. You know, you got your youngsters running around. But there's a couple of people out here that I honestly think if you ever built yourself to that point to cross state lines, there's a couple people out here that definitely would like to tap in with you and show that interstate love and community outreach. You know what I mean? To the youth and everything. So I just wanted to show you mad love and respect, brother. I like how you carry yourself. I like what you're doing. You got nothing but respect on my end, bro.
Thank you, my man. Thank you.
Absolutely. So I guess a personal question I wanted to ask you, man, is I think you touched on this before too, and maybe I didn't catch it, but I just want to know, man, like what was the one incident that kind of made you have that epiphany to where like, yo, man, I gotta change myself. I gotta turn over a new leaf, so to speak, you know?
It was I don't remember. I want to say it was like 1991, 92, something like that. And I mean, man, when I was in prison, man, I mean, and I don't like bragging. Anybody who knows about me, I don't like bragging. If you knew me, then you knew about me. You knew how I presented myself. I was a real humble guy, and so I pushed the line when I was incarcerated, and I was just involved in a lot of negativity, but I knew that I kept hurting myself. I knew that I kept all the decisions that I made, whether that was going, do something, you go to the hole. My family was, they were being put in jeopardy. I was depriving them of seeing me. So I had to figure it out. And so it was like a light that penetrated through all of that gross stuff on the window. And it came through the cell, and I saw the light, and I'm looking. I mean, this is some real stuff, man. And I looked, and then it just forced me to just look at all the things that when I was a kid, man, the getting bullied, I mean, man, I used to get whooped. I used to get chased for nothing. I didn't want to be a gangbanger. I had dreams, man. I wanted to play football, and I wanted to do all those things, but just something else happened and interfered. And so I just, just started, just joining the gangs and doing those things. So it was that. And so I had forgave myself, man, for everything that I've done, whether I've done something to myself, my family, or the people. I forgave myself. And once I forgave myself, I began to learn how to forgive other people who had did that. But the ultimate thing that I had to realize is that nobody can force me to do anything. I made the choice to do all the things that I did. And once I realized that, I had a choice to turn my life into a different direction. It wasn't religious, but I have studied Islam, Catholicism, Taoism. You know, I've studied a lot of things when I was incarcerated, but I did not subscribe to any. You know, I did study, and I wanted to learn the ways. And so,
Right.
but it's
so it was more of like a personal thing, because I can totally understand that, brother. Like, it's all about, from what I'm understanding, it's all about that self-acknowledgement of what you did and humbling yourself. You know what I mean? And realizing that the things that you did hurt, not only affected you, but affected everybody else around you.
Yes.
And I joined the army at 17, brother. And I was getting into some trouble. You know what I mean? And I think that was the one thing that kind of helped me, and realizing that the things that I'm doing as a youth are going to affect me for the rest of my life. And I can either turn it around now, or I can turn a blind eye to it and just keep going the route that I'm going, and who knows what's going to happen. So I thank God every day that I was able to be able to join the military. You know what I mean? And but I grew up around a lot of cats that are like you in a way. Like, they were heavy in the activity. They were really with the function. They were doing the damn thing out there. And later on in years, after incarceration, whatever, they realized that, yo, man, there's a bigger picture out there. You know, there's so much more to life than just gangbanging and hating on somebody that you don't necessarily know personally. They're just from the opposite side of the tracks. Yeah. So there's more to it than that. And I couldn't imagine doing the time that you did, but I could understand how doing all that time and seeing all the things that you've seen and being through everything that you've been through, how, like, at some point in life, it's just, there's got to be a light that clicks that says, you know what, man, this shit just ain't worth it.
Right.
It's just not worth it no more. And so I show you much. I didn't want to hop up here and steal the limelight, man. I just wanted to show you some love, tell you how much I respect you, dog, the way you carry yourself, how articulate you are. Everything you've been through, bro, when you come out, you wouldn't even guess that you've done all that time in prison, dog. You know what I mean? Like, you just you carry yourself in a very mature way, bro, the way you handle things, dog. And I just wanted to show you love and just let you know that, hey, brother, if you're ever interested to where you get to the point where I got people out here in Arizona, dog, that would love to touch base with you, man, and maybe like do an interstate thing where it's like you can cross path, you know, you can teach the youth, not just in LA, but everywhere around the country. You know what I mean? And it's a powerful message that you're trying to send, that you're trying to do, man. And it's a positive thing. And I just wanted to show you love and respect.
Definitely, man. We could, somehow connect. Marcus, he got my plug, and he can definitely shoot that to you.
Absolutely, brother. I'm gonna hop off here, man. But just, hey, love and respect from Arizona, TDOA. You know what time it is, Baboo. Hey, brother, much love, dog. Hey, keep doing what you're doing, man.
Thank you.
All right. We got another comment.
Okay.
Much respect to Baboo. God bless him. In Jesus Christ's name, protect him from evil.
I appreciate that, man. When I was younger, I was like, when you're in the streets, you never think about, God, that there is, a higher power, that there is, somebody out there who can look out for you. And, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. I had a youth I have to go talk to, but I'm gonna go. Yeah, he was getting in some trouble, man. Really, really bright young man, and he was involved in gangs, and I was able to talk to him, and right now, man, he actually got accepted to like 3 or 4 different colleges, man. He's really doing good, man.
That's dope.
Sometime he, still he's young, So, you know, he gets out there into the world and, you know, he want to make terrible decisions. So I have to stay on him, you know, so I'm going to be going to visit him after the YouTube.
All right, man. So we got another 4 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I just want to say, man, you're doing some great work. What you were just talking about, helping that young man, that's a perfect example.
Oh, yeah.
How actually, you know, you work in the community, you reach out and touch these people, man. That's how you do it.
Right.
So that's what I want to highlight. I mean, it's your channel.
Right.
But that's what I want to highlight on your channel, man. Showing the work and all that good stuff. Like I said, keeping it positive. You know what I'm saying? So that way you can grow.
Right.
Tell your stories if you want.
Right.
You know, that's what I feel like. Tell your stories if it's, you know, court-free stories. You know what I mean? It's not something that'll get you back in court. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, and highlighting the work that you do, man.
Right.
And we're gonna, you know, text me your website again so I can post that.
Okay.
Then, you know, if you want. Oh yeah, the name of your channel. So what? You ain't got to decide right now, but the people in the chat in the community.
All right. Did they post anything?
Anybody? So you guys got a couple minutes right now to give suggestions for a name for his channel. My suggestion is to sit down with Baboo because I can envision him sitting down with many type of people, not just gang members, but community leaders. You know what I'm saying? Whoever he wants to sit down with, you know, people, advice, all that good stuff. So just real quick because he has to go. Anybody? Ooh. So we all choose life we confuse.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see. Here we go. Marcy T says, "Big dogs, real talk."
Big dogs, real talk. Yeah, I know.
Marcy, I love you, man. Marcy has been rocking with me from jump, man. She's a good woman, man. She's out of Flint, Michigan. You know where they had the crazy water pipe situation.
That's that's the first thing that came to my mind when you said Flint, Michigan, the water out there.
And that's my indigenous sister right there, man. She's native. You know what I'm saying? So she's always one with the earth. But yeah, I like big dogs, real talk. So that's one suggestion. Anybody else? Come on, man.
Come on, y'all, help us out.
27 people in the building. Only tough people here. I'm an OG.
I'm an OG. An OG, huh? An OG. You know, I am gonna be in August, man. I'm gonna be 54, man. So, you know, I'm getting up there.
Street influences. OG Bigfoot had a suggestion, street influences. That's if you think about it, you can talk about you can also talk about what influenced you.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Like about the bullying and whatnot. A lot of people look for like family that they don't have at home. So that's another. G doing life. Jay Nish says. You didn't sound too enthusiastic about that one.
Huh?
I said you didn't sound too enthusiastic about that.
No, you know what, man? A lot of people, man, sometimes they be like, "Hey, what's up, OG?" And I'll be like, "Man, I ain't no damn OG." You know, I don't know, man. I just haven't, you know, digested the concept of what an OG is. And, you know, I'll just little old me, man, coming up.
It's supposed to be gangster, but you know.
But it's always good. That's nevertheless, you know, we ask for thoughts, and that's what we're getting. So I definitely appreciate that.
And in this living life.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So that's one. Another one is no nonsense.
Oh, that's another good
one. Nonsense with Baboo.
Yeah, no nonsense. Because that's what we definitely gonna be bringing to the table, man. You know, in every discussion, in every forum, it's gonna be no nonsense.
I'm gonna be off in a minute, okay? What'd you say, Baboo? My bad.
I said that's definitely what we're gonna be bringing to the table. No nonsense, man. You know, it's informative. You know, things is eye openers to people. You know.
Yeah, I like that's a good name. No nonsense. OG Bigfoot. His was pretty good. Jay Nish's was good.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
Marcia T's was good. Hers were funny.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So yeah. So we got a few names there. You know, we got 28 people in the building. Whew.
Yeah.
Half of them might be you know, trolls and people watching. You know, people like to watch.
That is a hilarious term, man. Trolls.
Yeah. They on the bridge. They don't want to show their face.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, you
Mushrooms, right? I'm gonna call them mushrooms from now on because you can fucking put them in the dark and feed them shit.
and they gonna still grow no matter what, huh?
Exactly, yeah, they gonna grow.
Find a way to survive somehow.
Saute their ass. And put hamburger. But
hey, you hear what Lou said? So far, sit down with Baboo the best.
yeah, I like that one, man. I'm in the store. Is that a name? Old head, or are you just saying you in the store? Old head dudes, man. He's a rider too, man. He's been riding with me since my channel started.
Right.
He's an OG veteran. He's a veteran though.
Right. Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, I like to sit down with Baboo, man. I don't know. You don't have to decide right now. People like that one. The Missing says The Departed.
The Departed.
Yeah. That's an interesting one.
We got some good ones, man. We,
Yeah.
definitely got some good ones. You know.
Definitely. Maybe if I said, you get $100, whoever gets named get picked. You would have like 800 names in here.
Man, hey, I wonder how many people will vote 3 or 4 times.
Oh man,
Yeah, but yeah, man, hopefully, when you get some time, we could begin to collaborate.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and I know I start my other, maybe I think Tuesday, I go back to the summer school to do, I also work at a high school with the kids, so I'm gonna be there.
Well, that's what's up.
Yeah, I'm there doing the mentoring. I do everything at the school.
That's real work, and that's something you can document for your channel as well, man. Because I'm gonna tell you something. There are too many people out there, and I deal with them on a daily basis, man. I cover them on my channel. You don't know them yet, but I'll send you some of their material. ABL, Anthony Brian Logan, Brandon Tatum, people like that want to act like no one cares about black on black crime. All they care about is when a cop kills a black man. But that's not true. That's it. But and I said, and I always tell them, I'm like, look, because no one's highlighting the people that actually do care. Like yesterday, my mom was marching in Chicago with Jesse Jackson of all people to protest black on black violence in Chicago. That wasn't blasted on the news. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So my mom does this type of work.
Right.
In Chicago. My sister does this type of work in New York. So no one is highlighting that. So that's one thing I want to do, man. I want to be able to highlight the work that you're doing.
Right.
I know you have to have conversations with the high school staff and all that stuff and the school staff, but just to put that out there, man, like, look, a guy who spent 28 years in prison, most notorious gangs in LA, is out here mentoring the youth, steering them on the right path. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need to show these people. Like, look, work is being done. Right.
And you know what, man? A lot of the work that I do in the community, it isn't looked at as trying to reduce black on black crime. It isn't looked at that, but it's exactly what it is. When I work to bring resources, to the youth in our community, that's something that's trying to reduce, stopping it. I would love to stop black on black crime.
Right. So they have
but we gotta have something we have to have something to start with first. And so I just call it just working to reduce gang violence, working to reduce black on black crime. So that's the page that I'm on right now. You know, it's
That's a hell
working
of
to
a thing,
reduce
man.
it.
That's a page turner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I've been working in the schools, man, for about maybe like 4 or 5 years now.
Okay.
You know, I've actually went back. I was working at Audubon. I went to Audubon in the 7th and the 8th grade.
I
So,
went to too, man.
oh, is that right? Okay.
I went to on in the 7th. I think no, they stopped doing the 8th grade. No.
Uh,
Yeah. I was in there the 8th grade.
mm-hmm.
I went to Vanguard in the 7th.
Okay.
You know where Vanguard is in Compton?
I believe I saw it. I'm not really familiar with it, but I did hear about it definitely.
It's in Compton. That was man.
Yeah, I just realized it. And yeah, man. So I worked at quite a few of the schools, man, and you know, working, man. I remember when I worked at Drew Middle School, man. That was probably one of the biggest challenges working with them kids.
Oh, man.
When I first went there in like 2017, man, probably like 400 students were ditching.
1,400?
Huh?
1,400?
No, 400, excuse me.
400? Oh, okay.
At least 400 students was ditching, man. They were assaulting some of the teachers. Man, we came in there, boy, we rejuvenated them, man, and we turned a lot of things around up there at Drew Middle School.
That's the beauty, man. That's what needs to be, man.
Yeah.
That's what needs to be highlighted. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
Yeah. So I enjoy the work, man. I'm just trying to give back, man, and hopefully, man, you know, they'll see the story, they'll listen, and one of the things that I like to tell them is that let me be your experience. Let my life be your experience, so you won't have to live it.
Man, that's beautiful. Sound like something Jay-Z would write.
If he do, you know, I was saying here first.
You know, they like to steal lines from people.
Yeah. So,
man, Hung Solo says, I heard MM was riding one, talking about a bike. You know what MM is?
Without a seat on it. That was a good one.
That was a good one, man. But we didn't mention his name.
We ain't gonna mention his name.
We know what MM is.
Yes, we do.
Oh my
yes,
God.
we do.
Great.
Oh, man.
That was a good one. Thank you, Hung Solo, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. I got a seat on mine, by the way, with some extra cushion. I ain't playing.
With extra, huh?
Yeah, I got.
Oh, man. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
Anyway, man, I mean, that was great, man. So we're definitely going to continue this.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to continue to work. Mm-hmm. And like I said, man, if we can highlight the actual work you're doing, the show, and then also, you know, you can give your conversations. That's what I kind of, like, again, it's your channel. You can do what you want with it. But I think that's something that's a little different than what most of these, you know, these prison, because they call it the prison sector, you know.
Okay.
You don't have to be in the prison sector, even though you spend time in prison.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because then it becomes, you become pigeonholed into that sector. So I think the actual work you're doing is more important than, yeah, I'm gonna just say it's more important than the time you spent in prison, because even though to you the prison, I don't know how important prison time was for you in shaping you to be the man who you are, which it had to be. You spent 28 years in there. That's more than half your life.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you. I think I have 2 more years in free society to match the number of years that I spent in prison. I still did more time in prison than I've done on the street. So yeah. So I think I got like 2 more years, and I'm 54, man. So by the time I'm gonna have a big celebration for myself when I turn 56. Hopefully I'll be living that long.
Oh, you got it, man. Yeah. But man, that's dope. Wow. So yeah, it's definitely a very important chapter of your life.
Yeah.
Or chapters, you know, or book of your life, because that's a whole lot of time. So yeah. Crazy to think Mr. B almost got Coolio. Nah. I had to make sure that he didn't, man. I was like, hold on, killer. No, I couldn't let that happen. Marcy said much love to you.
Okay, thank you, Marcy.
And yeah, so we'll get up again, man.
Definitely, man. You know, anytime anytime you want me back on your show, man, on your spot, man, hit me up, man. You already know I'm here.
No doubt. Oh, and one more thing. Joseph Miller says this is an idea. Prison stories are a good vehicle for lessons for young people. Baboo definitely has that personality and character to be bigger than a prison show. Exactly. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. That's what. Exactly.
Well, you know, man, I was actually in what was I? I was in Old Folsom when they did. I want to say American Me.
Okay.
You know, I mean, man, I saw a whole.
You've been in there a long time, man. American Me.
Yeah, I remember, man. I want to say American Me was like 90, 91, something like that.
Yeah.
I was there. I remember when they came, you know, the crew came up, you know, was seeing, you know, doing certain scenes. I was like, I'm not gonna get no movie. I did not want to be involved in that, man. But you know, it's definitely, man, a whole bunch of things. You know, a whole man. And I remember when I first went, because I was kicked out of Youth Authority in '86, and I went to prison at 19. So, you know, when I got there, man, I mean, you know, that, you know, going from, you know, one spot where you just fighting in Youth Authority, we just did, you know, fighting. If somebody got stabbed, it was far few and in between. But then when I get to the prison stage, oh man, cats is getting stabbed, and I'm sitting up there like looking like, hey, gotta adapt to the times. So, you know, it definitely taught me a very valuable lesson, man. I had to learn very quickly at 19 on how to survive and stay alive and do it in a, you know, in a way, you know, that people would respect that they wouldn't definitely, you know, they can always come to me right now after all these years and be like, hey man, I remember you. So, you know, even, you know, whether they were allies or enemies, you know, they don't have anything negative to say about me. So I did my time. I was straight up.
Good. Well, that's dope, man. We'll definitely get back up. We'll talk behind the scenes, and
oh yeah,
you know, we'll help you with the channel and all that stuff, and we'll go from there.
Cool. All right, looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to it. And thank you for having me again, my man.
No problem, man.
Oh, okay. Somebody said 1992 American Me. I knew it was around that time somewhere. I knew it was in the early 90s.
Oh, hey, dude. So what kind of question is that?
No, because we had riots in prison, and yes, I was involved in riots in prison. Yeah, I mean,
was there a riot in prison?
Yeah, man. I mean, racial. They had racial riots in prison.
Right.
You know, they had quite a few racial riots, and they actually had a racial riot in '92.
Okay. Wow. Was it the Woods or the?
It was the Mexicans.
Oh, the Mexicans and the blacks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brown versus Brown.
Yeah, it was unfortunate, man, and I want to say I was in Corcoran prison. I don't know if you do some research on Corcoran, you'll see how the officers, the COs, they were always trying to pit set blacks up at that time anyway. So it was really terrible.
They do that out here in the real world too, man.
Yeah.
They do that out in the real world. You believe that?
Yeah.
For sure.
Somebody said, who won the race riot? I'm not gonna say that. Nobody won. Nobody wins a race riot. You know, nobody wins a race riot.
Good question, though, Shot.
Good question. Yeah. You know, when you got people getting stabbed up and beat up, you know, nobody wins. And then, you know, when you find out what was the root cause of it, you'd be like, they did it for that. So, you know, a lot of people, you know, got stabbed. Some people lost their lives over nothing, man, over just a misunderstanding. So nobody truly wins in a situation like that.
Nah, man. No winners in that. But that's a good question, though. But no winners in that situation. All right. Well, I got to get in here and deal with these kids, man.
All right, man. That's right. Well, you have a good, weekend, man. Enjoy yourself. I'm gonna go check on this on one of my mentees, man, and see.
For sure. Yeah, man. That's that work.
Yeah, I'm off on a Saturday. See, my job is 24 hours, 7 days a week. Whenever I get the call, I gotta go.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah. So
All
all
right,
right,
brother.
all right. Thank you for having me, man, and thank you
No problem.
everybody. Appreciate that.
And we'll, like I said, we'll talk behind the scenes and get this cracking.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Hey, somebody said that they were 20, that they were 14 in 92. I remember the ride. I think I was just turned 25 in 92.
I was 12.
Y'all make me feel old. I don't know.
I was 12 in Compton.
Uh-huh.
I was playing Joe Montana Sports Talk football.
Uh-huh.
On the gaming console.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, y'all can go ahead and go out there and do that if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
But I was on 12 anyway, so
right. Cool. All right, man. Once again, thanks for having me, man. And looking forward to talking to you soon, man.
For sure.
All right, have a good one.
Peace. All right, man. All right, guys, there you have it. That's the end of that. He's going to be start getting his channel going, and all the support he can get, man. That's whatever support you guys can give would be greatly appreciated. Thank you, Marcy T. I appreciate that. Jay with Open Eyes for says, "Can we set up a live too, bro? I think y'all both on here can do great things with the information I have on my channel for sure. Yeah. So now that I figured out, you don't have to be on the computer anymore to do StreamYards and host a StreamYard. So yeah, we definitely get one probably next weekend. So let's look at next weekend, Jay with Open Eyes around the same time. You know what I'm saying? Kosovo 87, yeah, no problem. That's what we're here for. We got to expose, Jay with Open Eyes says, we got to expose the racial psyops and show how all the stories are scripted out of spiritual ritual to each other. That's what's up. Yeah, I'm definitely down. I'm down to get on the panel with anybody, man. Like, I'm not too good for anybody, But also look, so I can do a stream with Jay with Open Eyes, next Saturday, and also I'll probably be doing something with somebody else. I'm not going to spill the goods right now, but I'm supposed to be doing a live stream with somebody else, and I'm looking forward to that too, man. It's going to be great. We're going to be covering some B Tatum stuff, because we both think he's off the rails. Okay, so Brandon Tatum is off the rails, so we're going to be talking about that. But like I said, I'm gonna keep that a little bit on the hush until we come up with a solid day. I was actually supposed to get on the stream. Well, he asked me to go on the stream with him today, but I had this Baboo thing going on, so I was like, I got that. I got Baboo locked in, so next time. But yeah, we good, man. Kelvin Black, Brandon shirt too tight. What? All right, guys. So yeah, I'm gonna post the website for his website in the description, and any support you guys can give. I'll put his Cash App in there. To help him get his website, running smoothly. That's going directly to him. If you guys so choose, he's not asking for it. That's just me. But that's his Cash App. It's not. I'm not asking for any money for myself. You know what I'm saying? So, but his program, the state or the city is not going to fund his program, and he's out there doing real work. And they need all the support they can get. Like even like people like my mother, they don't get a lot of funding. She damn sure wasn't getting no funding from California. That's why she left to do the work she was doing. So it's any help is good. So I'll put that in there as well. No pressure. You guys don't have, you guys, I don't ever ask for donations or anything like that. And it's not for me. So it's all good. Anyway, much love. Oh, you talking about Brandon Tatum, right? Brandon Tatum shirt's too tight. Yeah, I hear you. That's funny. So yeah, much love, guys. I'll holler at y'all later. And peace out, man. Stay up.